up out there sporting my rainbow bright. I loved her as a little girl, and quite honestly, I'm sitting there going, what was she about again? I'm gonna have to look that up. It's been a minute, but I just know that I adored Rainbow Bright. That's beside the point. Wow, so it has been such an interesting 24 hours, and I wanted to just kind of explore that in terms of looking for and finding my power in it. So I wanted to share it with you from my own journey, my own experience. One, what it looks like to own your shit. No, okay, number one. Number two, and so by that number one, I mean to take responsibility. To take responsibility that in that which is your role in your experience, all right? And that which you are co-creating with others in your experience, okay? Because I admit, I got caught up in some shit. I did. It's so easy, it seems at times, to get so, especially when you swoop in defense of someone who means, you know, who is near and dear to you, right? You, especially us women, right? We're like, you don't fuck with my sister. No. We don't need to be blood. She's my sister. You fuck with her, you fuck with me. Okay? And especially when you come into my domain to do it. But we'll get into that in a moment. Number two, so number one, yeah, taking that responsibility for your role in your creation. Number two is then to look at that experience and extract from it the lesson. That which is guaranteed to make you stronger and wiser and more equipped moving forward, so that you don't, it's literally the vision that's coming to my mind, especially as women, is you walk along, you step in a crack with your heel, and that crack breaks off the heel. Yep, that's this experience. So it's being able to go, oh, am I going to let what happened continue to have power over me? Am I going to let what happened bury me, basically? Am I going to be the one that makes the entire rest of my experience miserable and combative? It's all up to us. It's all up to us. Before I continue, my name is Rochelle Richard. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I guide you into and through finding your power in every moment, and I do that from firsthand experience. I have a goddess tribe on Facebook. However, we're working on moving away from Facebook because of all the extreme censorship that is happening, where it's okay for death threats against our president, but you go in and you get, yep, I got combative, I got belligerent back at this man, and I use that term loosely because any man who disrespects a woman, who bullies her, harasses her on any level without provocation, because I know my girl, she didn't do that. No. No. You got. All right. So first and foremost, I have to start, 24 hours ago. So it's going to kind of cover this 48-hour spread. Yesterday afternoon, I started getting bizarre calls on my phone. Bizarre. This automated system claiming they were with Apple. No. I just want you all to know. No. Okay? Vet your shit. Meaning check it out. Stand in your power and check things out first. I definitely learned the hard way about when those fraudulent Social Security phone calls were happening a while back. Gratefully, I'm armed with a legal team, so I was able to call them right away and go, oh my God, I think I moved up. That's the beauty about being in an empowered position, is you have resources in your pocket. So you're not on the battlefield alone, sister. You are not alone in this, okay? So, and I kid you not, these calls have been incessant. All the same area code, different numbers. Same area code and all the same message. I mean, just incessant. I got probably 15, when my phone was not on airplane mode. And I missed me with that. So already Mind you, now the reason why I'm sharing this part is that subconscious patterning, that subconscious blueprint of a definite underlying disdain for social media and technology started to come to the surface. So I was already feeling the tension, the constricting energy within my body. All right. Because of these calls. And I'm just like, oh my God, would you? So I was letting the external influence and have power over my internal. All right. So that set my point of attraction. Well, move into this morning, and I actually spent the bulk of my day away from the house, which meant my phone was off of airplane mode because I wasn't on Wi-Fi. I wasn't able to be on Wi-Fi. Now, this phone number is an ancient phone number. I've had it for nearly 20 years, and it's tied to my old life. It's going to take a lot of work to switch all of those things over to a new phone number. So honestly, I haven't done it yet. Well, so I just stay on airplane mode when I'm at home and use Wi-Fi. Perfectly fine. No big deal. So today, I spent the bulk of the day at my favorite coffee shop. Well, as I said, that meant my phone was off of airplane mode on the network, which meant I was getting call after call after call after call after call. And it was starting to get, and I even told him, take me off your list or I'm going to report you. Apparently, that doesn't work anymore. I don't know. But my point is this, again, I was allowing this external to agitate me. I was giving my power internally away to circumstances outside of me. Okay, so this is me. This is that number one, me taking responsibility for my shit. Okay, going, I did this. This is about right, because it gets way better. Oh, you could say way better. You could say that in terms of the learning here, the lesson, right? So, we'll get to step two, extracting what the lesson is from that. So, and I gotta remember what all the steps were, 1, 2, and 3, right? All three things. But I'm on a roll here. Let's do this. So, I was posting some things on my page because I'm definitely I'm a truther. I'm a conspiracy truther. I love to do research. I love to dive into things and learn things, and especially things that kind of go against what I've believed, because I believe very differently than what I have believed most of my life. And even this year, a lot of my beliefs have been completely pivoted because of being open-minded, being a critical thinker. But that's what happens when you love self-development. You love that self-growth. You love looking at your mind and, again, critically thinking in terms of, why do I think this way? Is it benefiting me? What really does make sense here? Well, I posted something somewhere on probably some political posts of I think it was Bernie Sanders or something. I don't even know why he's on my feed. I know I unfollowed him, but apparently Facebook didn't get that memo. So this person, with whatever I commented, I was like something like, no, you need to be talking about this if you're going to talk about that. Don't stop feeding the divide. Trump isn't the one doing the divide, but this isn't about this is not what this is about. Okay. Not the political crap. The point is this. All right, is that whatever it was, someone who I had no exchange with, no interaction with previously, came to my page, my profile page on Facebook, and I unbeknownst to me, I didn't know at the time, and a longtime girlfriend of mine, longtime goddess friend, she sends me a message saying, how well do you know this Stan guy? And I'm like, who dat? I'm like, she's like, he's being very condescending. He's being very, he's basically bullying me. And I'm like, what? So I go to my page, and lo and behold, yeah, he is. We're not connected on Facebook. We're not Facebook friends. Yet here he wants to come over and basically help himself to my home Yeah, my profile is public, but that's my right. That's my choice. You're not connected with me. You don't agree with me. Go somewhere else. Take it somewhere else. If you're just going to come and instigate shit and not actually bring forth any facts, and you just want to instigate with people, go away. Okay? I'm all about show me. Facts, not feelings. Okay? So I look, and sure enough, and I was like, oh, And I sure as hell am not going to have some Twinkle Toes Fruit Loop wannabe man come onto my page and get disrespectful and condescending and harassing with a good friend of mine, someone I consider a soul sister. Unacceptable. So I took it up another notch with what he was dishing out, and I let him have it. I laid into him. Well, little Twinkle Toes couldn't handle it. He couldn't take what he was dishing out. So he reported my comment, and then I got a 24-hour ban on Facebook. But he didn't, for how he was bullying my friend on my page. So I am a little worked up about this, right? Bring it back to center, Rochelle. So things started getting very weird on my Facebook page. I hadn't received a notification, nothing. All of a sudden, I'm getting error messages over everything. Now, I have a business on my Facebook account. Yeah, I've even paid Facebook money. What actually baffles me is, like I said, there's all the terrorism and the death threats towards the president, but that's acceptable. That's allowed. But I go in and I stand up for a friend of mine in her defense, and I'm the bad guy. My account got banned. It's okay though, because like I said, that's the story. And so we're gonna look at, again, what is, like I said, owning my shit in this. You know, maybe I could have actually, and this is one thing, you know, instead of allowing, because remember, I was already worked up. I was already in this, I was already energetically constipated. That's a way to put it. I was already energetically constipated. So we all know how irritable we get when we're constipated, right? We get a little bit cranky because shit ain't working, literally, okay? So what I could have done is, instead of reacting, which that's what I did, I reacted because when I saw how he was being with her, that was it. That was it. I was like, oh, hell no. No, nuh-uh. No, absolutely not. You do not get, no. Nope. Not allowed. So that's what I did. I went straight into reaction mode. I didn't go, oh, Rochelle, what is a more responsible way that you could respond to this? Because taking responsibility for your role and your experience empowers you with the ability to respond. All right? Whereas when we are reactionary, we just do things off autopilot. We're just right? We just don't even think. We just act. And we are then left with the aftermath of said reaction. Hello, being, apparently, dishing out to someone who, boy, he likes to dish it, but he sure shit can't take it. And that got me. Whereas what I could have done instead is literally gone ahead and reported him right away for his bullying and harassment, reported his profile, whatever in that realm, that avenue of things I could do. I can certainly see in myself one of the reasons I may have gone straight into reactionary, aside from the fact that I was already energetically constipated, has been the history with reporting the pedophilia pages. They'll be up for a week after countless people I know have reported them, but it's still up. And that's really, again, what boggles my mind right now with the extreme censorship that is happening right now, with the Oh, he hurt my feelings kind of stuff. Because, again, especially coming from the bullies who are dishing out the shit, but when someone stands up to them, we're the ones who get the old heave-ho. And I'm just like, no. But again, so it's going to be looking at, like I said, what can I learn from this? Number one, first and foremost, let your reaction be to respond. And by that I mean that you begin to retrain yourself to, like we learned in school, stop, drop, and roll, right? I'm going to have to come up with something, right? You know, stop, pause, and breathe, right? You know, just stop, take a pause, and just go. And take a step back. Because while there is so much emotional manipulation happening between the mainstream media, social media, you know, everything is so grossly biased right now. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It just boggles my mind how that actually worked. However, my power is not in going, oh my God, why did that happen? Oh my God, how dare they? Oh my God, and pointing the finger. Now here's another tip for you. Wherever your finger is pointing, that's where your power is going. Like I said, I could have taken a step back into my power instead of, you know, grasping outward and reacting, come back into my power and went, okay, let me just go ahead and report him for being basically what he did to me. Like I said before, because this is that whole tit for tat. This is that whole eye for an eye. It doesn't work. We just continue perpetuating the same shit. We become part of that which we loathe, that which we have come to change. This is why Gandhi said, be the change. And you can't be anger and fight anger. You can't become a bully to fight bullying. It doesn't work that way. It just continues and perpetuates the cycle. And I fed into that. Definitely, I'm able to look and see in myself, I grew up being bullied. And that definitely is a trigger point for me. Still, you know, especially when it comes to, like I said, people that I love, you don't fuck with my people. You don't. Okay? Now, as I said, wherever your finger is pointing is where your power's going. So it's like, you did this, he did this. I'm owning that, yeah, I swooped in there and I spewed venom at him, right? I spewed venom right back at him. I walked right into that. Walked right into that one, I did. Because that was my point of attraction. Because remember, I was already worked up, so that little subconscious pattern in me was looking for a fight. I was looking for it. I mean, obviously he was too, to have to literally come to my Facebook profile, not be a Facebook friend, and troll my posts to begin to instigate with people on my page. Well, here's the deal. When you turn the finger in, you say, what is my role in this? What can I do to create a different outcome? What can I do to empower myself so that I integrate this lesson, all right? And really own my power in taking responsibility for myself, for my point of attraction, for my reaction, right? Shifting that from reaction to being responsive, which again, responsive, it's the ability to respond. That's what responsibility is. When you take responsibility for yourself, your point of attraction, your co-creating experience that you're having, and go, I choose better, okay? And like I said, next time, I could be like, on her behalf, go, okay, you don't belong here. You obviously got off at the wrong exit, sweetheart. The geriatric unit is over there, okay? And just went and blocked him right off the bat. Even, reported him for the bullying that he was instigating and not stoop to his level. I gave my power to him, and as a result, I got shown that doesn't solve anything. That actually makes things worse. Because now here I sit with a 24-hour ban on Facebook. I'm not able to post nothing, nowhere. I can barely send messenger messages to people. All right? So it's just really, really increasing our awareness, expanding our consciousness, and really mastering mindfulness. Truly, truly, to begin to go, let me come back into myself, anchored into my power. What is an empowered response? What is an empowered choice that I can make? Because we always choose. I choose, right? Okay, now I don't even remember what number 3 was, but I feel we kind of pretty much covered it, right? You know, taking that responsibility for your shit. And then number 2, looking at where your power is in that, right? And it's learning to say, I didn't come into this world to get into stupid, petty little arguments with people that have a very low IQ, a very low desire to have a real conversation. Because she was doing an amazing job. She did better than I, way better than me. All right? She was really doing her best to have an actual exchange. But the unfortunate truth of the matter is that so few people who are so brainwashed, so not there, they're going to hold on to those beliefs to their death. They will. It's like what Morpheus said in The Matrix. People will defend the system. It is their lifeline. And I'm paraphrasing. I gotta watch that movie again. It's been a minute. But they will, and he was one of those. And he just didn't want to give any facts. He didn't want to answer her questions. He was just starting to become quite a bully about it. And she was just asking questions. And that is really, truly another thing that set me off, is that I just had it up to here with people that just refuse to see anything different than what they believe. And this year alone, I have shifted so many of my beliefs. It's not even funny. Okay? It's not even funny, because why? I truly have an open mind. I truly possess critical thinking. I love to ask questions. I love to ask why. Why is that? Why does it work that way? Why would he say that? Why would that happen? Why does that bother me? Why am I angry? Why am I frustrated? Why am I feeling this way? You do not grow if you do not possess that critical thinking, because that critical thinking is what takes you out of your comfort zone. It's what expands your consciousness, increases your awareness. What truly is what empowers you to grow, ascend, and become more empowered, because you can become more wise, right? I don't want to say per se more informed, but as you take in information and you process this with your being, you then are able to really distinguish what is truth and what isn't. Because there's a whole hell of a lot of not truth that's being perpetrated right now in the mass. Okay? That said, though, the summary of this video is really truly about that word responsibility. All right? Taking responsibility for your role in the experience that you're having. And in turn, when shit goes wonky, especially when shit goes wonky, that you sit there and go, I really have nobody to blame but myself. However, blame is not a positive feeling. Responsibility is. Blame is disempowering. Responsibility is empowering. So, what is my role in this? How do I need to take responsibility in this situation? What is my role here? All right. And then that is something that empowers you to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And as a result, you will be less manipulated, less controlled, more and more and more and more empowered instead. Okay? The power is already inside you. It's already in you, boo. It's already in you. Okay? And this is what it looks like, is to really face yourself and go, oh, yeah, that's about right. I had a role in that. I played a big role in that. I did. Right? Like we say, hindsight's 20/20, although after this year, we might not be saying that phrase very much, right? Okay. That said, I've been on here for 25 minutes. Thank you so much for catching this video, and be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button down below. And also, I have some exciting announcements coming soon. So be sure to go follow me on Instagram at Empowerment Experiences. We'll see about Facebook. I'm also on TikTok at Empowered with Rochelle and Healing Twin Flames. And then I am working on getting my Patreon set up so we can start doing readings and coaching, you know, little sessions here and there and such. Okay? All right. That said, thank you so much. I reiterate, the power is inside you, and it always has been. Namaste.